death on Windows 7 one time.
It's very rare. It most probably was a RAM conflict or something.
So how do you claim this?
You add the
So
item
you
to
go in and you search the LOTRO store for the coin, mithril coin times 5. You can hit the quick buy, stick in the coupon code coin 5, like I put in the mail, and say apply coupon, and it'll go to from 50 points to 0 points, and then you can place the order.
And it's coin
All right,
5.
thanks.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, COIN 5.
You sexy beast, bringing that type of info to this thing. That's awesome.
Hey, I'm here for you.
That's better than my free mithril coins I got a while back ago that I kept my mouth shut about.
Yeah, well, it's not as many.
Yeah, that's true. That was like 50 I got.
I think
Yeah,
I
this is
know I
only
got
5.
I still can't believe I
a
got
bunch
the.
of them when they converted everything over.
I still can't believe I got
Yeah,
50
I
points
did
twice
too,
in a
but
row.
unfortunately it's on the other server.
Right.
I thought that was like server wide. That was like for your
It is
account,
server
wasn't it?
wide, but it's
Just
server
per server.
based though.
Oh.
So even though you have the same account, one server doesn't know about the other one, and that
Well,
That
those
sucks.
servers are just like
would
that.
be
aren't
nice. Yeah, it'd be nice if it was across all the servers.
they? Bastard servers, and they're not.
Keeping you away from the precious.
That's right.
So you streaming yet there, Delaney?
Yeah, I've been streaming for quite a while, to be honest. I was doing some Minecraft, that's why I just turned up at 4, dead on 4. And then,
Oh, really?
yeah,
So how's the streaming
That
been
game's
going?
got me hooked.
Yeah, I'm gonna be doing a new Minecraft series here really soon.
it's quite good. I didn't get to stream at my time zone, like, you know, when people in my time zone are more awake, but I managed to do some this evening. It's going okay, it's very slow. But I'm still in two minds about how I'm going to handle the YouTube stuff. That's why I haven't put any LOTRO stuff up just yet. I've kind of just been hanging on to try and figure out how to do different things. Because I don't want to give up what I'm doing on YouTube, but it's just the strain. The further you get into it, the more work you put into it, the harder it gets to ignore the stats and stuff. I find, you know, and
Right.
it's a tricky subject.
So are you in
Where are you
the
playing?
group in the
I'll-
fellowship here, Dulane?
Yeah,
I'll be right back, guys.
I'm as Law Weaver, the Law Master that counts.
Okay. Cool.
Are you
I
playing
didn't really
regular
know you had,
Minecraft or FTB?
I'm doing FTB. Yeah, just doing my own single player gameplay at the moment, but I might turn it into server. What I'm trying to do, I'm trying to stream it in 2-hour blocks and then just upload that VOD up to my channel, and then people can watch it back. It's not going to be structured in any way, you know. It's more chilled out kind of thing rather than having some kind of format. But you know, it's enjoying it.
Yeah, that's I'm doing FTB right now too. I'm having a lot of fun with it.
I had to give myself some flack though because I couldn't get any flax seeds. So I just said to myself, forget it. I think I gave myself 8. Luckily, I found some bone meal. It's just so hard finding that, so you can make your canvas bags and stuff.
See, I think that's where having like a server, people in different time zones get on and they can help each other out, you know?
Yeah, it's true. Just so pricey to run a server, you know, unless you can do it on your own system with, you know, at least 4 gig of RAM dedicated.
I just hit my microphone and made it like vibrate. Did you guys hear that? Let me do it again.
Yep.
Yep. Sounds like how you do a ruler off the edge of your desk at school. Like fling.
That is fantastic. Alright. Alright, so, alright, we're recording now. So, Chris says he has some topics to talk about. I guess we have a lot of topics to talk about, don't
Yeah, pretty much a lot. I list a few. So this is not gonna be like the last co-op that we did.
It's going to be, okay, so your questions are going to be, or the topics are going to be off the last one we did, or this is going to be the last topics you ever have for to talk about for co-ops?
Well, I have a few questions now that we could talk about. So pretty much, this is not gonna be like the last time that we did a co-op in which we just, talk about random stuff.
Oh, okay, yeah. Well, I like talking about random stuff. But before we do that, so we can all kind of start heading up, just before we start talking, what is some plans you guys want to do tonight? You want to kind of do what we did last time? We're working on book stuff? Because I know that
probably
Alan
not with a level 20.
Okay, not with a level 20. Okay, so for that then, for the level 20, just to have some fun, you guys want to do
12-man tier 2 raid. Other skirmish. No weapons.
A 12-man level 28. A 12-man level 28 something.
Sounds good.
Just to make it interesting, see if we can actually do it.
I have a question about that.
Yeah, what's up, man?
I have a question. Why not
Alan,
do
you
a
sound like you've
6-man
had
like
already a
tier
few
3?
Try.
Well,
I mean,
we could try that.
I guess my question is, what is the difference between like doing a 12-man
Density.
at tier 1 and like a 6-man at tier 2 or tier 3? I thought the tiers gave you more like benefits.
Well, yeah, for sure. You're gonna get more bounties and stuff out of a tier 3.
I'm gonna have to claim stupidity here. I don't know. I don't know what the difference is.
Okay.
To be honest. I really don't, because I mean, I would imagine that the mobs would have higher stats. They would be harder to kill and stuff like that. But I don't really know if there's actually any actual like benefit to rewards or anything like that.
How about
Get
a small...
I've ever seen.
I thought the higher the tier, the better the reward. So.
Well, that's what I would say. That's what I would think. But I mean, I actually haven't seen anything like that.
As far as I know,
I've
the
done tier 2s before.
Let's just try it.
I think as a compromise, because the difficulty is going to ramp up, I think just to test the water, do a tier 2. And then, if you feel comfortable, do a 6-man tier 2.
A 12.
And then, just because you want to try and feel your boundaries and see if you can complete something. And then if you feel comfortable doing a tier 2, then bump it up to a tier 3. Maybe.
Okay, well, let's do that then. Alright, so, alright, here's an important question then. Oh, we got the maze, we can do the maze. But, let's see, who is Crichton? No.
New to the kin.
Oh god, I need to repair, didn't I? Thanks, Cat.
Yeah. He just sent me a tell and then asking me if he can join, and he said he's been looking for someone who's online to invite him.
Oh, okay.
Maybe it's one of your fan or something.
No, never. No one joins my kinship without knowing who I am first.
I was gonna say, Kazcovall's got fans? Really? Sure.
No.
He always gets some fan mails here and there.
Sometimes.
Yes, from 6 savants.
Yeah. Yeah, Bregg's really nice. He's hooked me up a lot, man. Okay. Alright, well, someone help me clarify. I don't see him actually, like I don't know, defensive ones, like the basic ones aren't It doesn't even say he's... Well, no, it does. Who's not available?
Could it be me,
Who's not
by any
listing?
chance?
Why the hell? No, it's not you. Storm, Atari. Wait, who's lead? Oh, pass me lead. That's why when I went off, you got lead. Pass me lead. Sorry. That's what it is.
I couldn't tell.
Yeah, that's what happened. Yeah.
Pick up.
Yeah, just so everybody knows, yeah, so we're recording now. I went to test OBS just to do the test stream, and as soon as I clicked it, I had everything set up. We were all in the same group. I clicked it, and I went to Blue String of Death. It was fantastic. Okay, so with all that said and done...
Hopefully that got recorded.
It did.
Blooper reel.
Well, of course it's bugged out now. It's not saying it, but we'll roll it up. Let's see, attack it. Let's do the defensive one. The
Prancing Penny will be good.
No, chances are not everybody's gonna have Prancing Pony. Let's see. No, it says everybody does.
Yeah, it's one of the basic ones, isn't it?
I don't have one.
No, he doesn't.
I can get it.
No, Atari has it. Yeah, Chris has it.
I have Prancing
It
Pony.
doesn't say Alan does. What?
I think I have all of them. I should have all of them. I specifically bought all of them.
The following member in your fellowship are not eligible. It says Lord River's not eligible for Gondaman. What the hell is going on? These are basic. That's a basic one.
Maybe because of the level?
No, I'm just trying to think if I've not done the skirmishes.
Gondaman I think you get when you get to 20. It's one of the ones that you get after you...
It is. It's one of the basic ones.
That's why, guys. I'm going to jump off my Lord Master and do something else, because I haven't actually done the tutorial. I was just starting to think about that.
Yeah, they didn't introduce skirmishes till
Okay, so
Mirkwood.
this is...
I'll jump on my
let's get this straight.
burglar. Don't worry, guys. It's me. It's me.
Level 56 Lore Master hasn't done the intros for
has never done a skirmish.
Not on this guy, no.
Fantastic.
At least he paid 6 levels, and I was like, yeah, you know what? He can have a rest for about 6 years.
So I want to see
well, you know what? I think on my main character on the other server, I don't think I ever did a skirmish before I had to in Moria for those epic quests that you have to do the skirmishes for. I think that's the first time I ever did I think that's the first time I ever did the tutorial for that particular character.
There's no requirements.
I've done skirmishes with other characters before.
What's that, brother? Are you in yet with the other one? Who are you bringing, by the way?
Invite Delane, as you know how it's spelled. That's my burglar.
Oh, okay.
He likes playing a rogue.
Sexy rogue.
Should have. He's sexy and he knows it.
He's not scared to show it.
Alright. Invite to...
Storm, you and I are feeling a little outnumbered, huh? Got 2 wardens and 2 burglars.
Yeah.
I'm a bit overpowered, by the way.
Nuh-uh. Alright, well, let's get this. Alright, so we're going to do level 28, correct, guys? And we'll do Siege of Gondaman, because I think those are fun.
Do you guys remember what happened when we did the Siege of Gondaman?
Oh, yeah, exactly. I hope to reduplicate that fun. Alright, so we're going to do size 6, tier 2, level 28. We should be able to handle this, honestly. Are we ready? Everybody ready?
Ready?
Yep.
Alright.
Yep.
I should do it. And I guess later on, for another episode or something like that, we'll carry on with the, I guess, the book quests and stuff like that, since at least us 3 are at kind of the same level. It gives a chance for other people maybe to get up to that.
2 weeks. The final assault will soon be launched.
Book 5, Chapter 6.
Oh yeah.
I'll try and catch up on my champion.
Yeah, So it's tomorrow night. I'm going to be trying to get online and doing a little bit of play for PvMP because I'm at rank 4.5 right now. I'm working my way to get to like rank 5, and I've been actually able to get into raids and stuff like that pretty frequently now, and it's a lot of fun.
Sweet.
Laggy as hell, but it's a lot of fun. So I'm gonna be doing a new episode for most probably, I don't know, either Sunday or Monday. I don't know when I'll get it out. All right, where are we at?
West.
Marking west. West, you dirty dogs.
What time you gonna come?
What's that?
What time?
I don't know yet, to be honest. Oh Lord, you know what I also forgot to do? When I crashed, forgot.
We need to move out because we cannot go to the other side if they march in a different direction.
Forgot to get my Mac.
No,
Forgot to
perhaps
get my
good.
macro running again.
I'll throw you an invite when I can, or we'll get you in as soon as we can. I've got a potential recruit.
Who is this?
My stream. I got
Oh, fantastic. Oh, and Delane, since I know you're live streaming, maybe I don't know, not too many of you guys know about me, but if anybody has a question, if they do, I don't know, from us or anybody from us, and please feel free to ask. And Chris, were you, what were you talking about before? What was your discussion?
Alright, so since the three of us, Delane, me, and you, are playing Rift, so how's Rift doing for you guys?
Well, I'll take it first. Rift is going like fantastic for me because I'm in Barbecue, which I'm actually in a guild with actually a lot of old players from SWG days. Some guys I've been playing with or haven't played with like in the last, I don't know, like 6 years, 8 years, something like that. And they've been taking care of me pretty darn well. Actually, I'm up to level 35 now, and what they do is one of their high level 60s will take me into like one of the dungeons and just completely run around, kill all the mobs, and I'll just level up like hella quick and get all the blue loots and all this other stuff. So it's been a lot of fun.
nice when you can get twinked.
Yeah.
How about you, Delane?
I haven't had.
Pretty nice.
I haven't had the opportunity to play it since I played about a week ago when it came. Was it 2 weeks ago when it came out? But yeah, I just need to get more into it. Really, I haven't played it long enough really to have an opinion on it. To be fair, but yeah, it's enjoyable. Combat's just as good as I remember it being, and the events are as fun as ever. But
yeah, I had one more. Go ahead. Sorry, I'm sorry.
That's okay. I'm still in the transition phase in my work schedule, so it's like I'm still getting used to it. So hopefully the next couple of weeks I can try and play some more and try and fly through the levels, and ultimately it's the end game PvP. I'm looking forward to that game over like the raiding or whatever.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, the game's pretty sick. One thing I was going to say about that game and really comment is from the time that I played it and I was playing pay to play, and then of course to now it's free to play. I will have to be honest. I am absolutely amazed with. I can barely even tell the difference. They actually offer so much content to just a free to play person. I can barely even tell the damn difference. It's really impressive.
And what I noticed,
I'll have to say that.
And what I've noticed, you're only missing out on a few. Is it? What do they call them again? Traits? Traits.
Yeah.
You're only missing out about 4 of those.
Yeah, you've got like these little special spaces and stuff like that. You can add these like trinket type things, and they really add to your benefits and stuff like that. I'm totally cool with that. Bag space, of course, bag space sucks. But I in a free to play, I completely expect to be able to pay a little bit of extra money to get that. But just for the general, what they offer you and having access to all the dungeons, all the PvP content that you want to. Leveling is very, very quick. You don't really feel like you're lagging behind. It's I'm just kind of impressed with it, what they had to offer. They certainly did a lot damn better than SWTOR. Nice freaking bag of freaking idiots.
Yeah, I need to finish off play. I'm trying to sort out playing SWTOR just to, you know, get from 1 to 50. I don't think that's something that I want to play afterwards. You know, it's just like they've got a good story, but that's about it.
Oh yeah, playing through. I mean, SWTOR. The thing that they have to offer is that their interaction with leveling 1 to 50 in the storyline, and just the storyline is just amazing. They did a fantastic job there. But of course, once you get to level 50, there's really not very much to do besides just your regular PvP grind or PvE grind, and the free-to-play version is so neutered that it's almost unplayable.
Yeah,
it's ridiculous.
Well, I heard they're loosening the reins on that quite a bit.
Well, I would hope so, considering they have completely just, you know, treated their fan base and their subscriber base like garbage, and basically pissed on everybody's face, and only because of that have they, you know, smartened up and are trying to give people a little bit more. It's ridiculous what they did.
That's how I felt when I tried it.
I think it's too little, too late.
Yeah, it's a fail. It's a fail MMO, and of course, there's always going to be people that are going to play it. There's always going to be people out there that love the Star Wars content, and regardless, you know, they would play, you know, they would play a paper cutout version. They wouldn't care, you know. But I don't know. For the mass community out there that plays the games, it's just junk.
It's a shame. It's a shame.
It's just junk.
Have you guys heard of one of my viewers has told me about? There's an app, a free app for Rift, where you can get free planarite crafting materials and stuff, like a lottery or something. You install the app, and you get lootables, basically like lottery scratch cards that you get hourly just for installing the app. And that's interesting.
Really?
I'm gonna have to have a look at that. Is that an Android or iOS? I've got the same question.
Yeah, I haven't heard anything about
I got one for you, Kaz. I tried to get me Star Wars tour back, or so I could actually get in. I'm still waiting on the email. That was over a week ago.
You were kidding me. And you're an old veteran
player. No, I'm not. Yeah.
You have a veteran account.
Yep. And they still haven't emailed me back with because they've changed it from emails to username that you used to set up.
Yep.
I can't remember a couple of things, plus my password. I sent them the information they required, and yeah, I'm still waiting. Actually, it's nearly 2 weeks now.
Ouch.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. You know, they're not that busy. Well, they must probably have gone down to a skeleton crew, to be honest, man. They must probably have just a handful of people running that thing like SWG during the last days of its, you know, existence. You know, but it's just ridiculous. You know, the thing that, you know, when they very first came out the free-to-play, that really ticked people off. When you came into the, you know, they only had, like, you know, your actual expansion bars. They only had 2 bars for you to put all. If you were level 50, you had at least 4 bars worth of skills. You know, and they actually expected you just to pay for those additional 2 bars, so you could use all your skills.
Oh, they changed that afterwards. Within
well, they did after the very first 5 days, but it's just a perfect example of you know, the kind of retardation that was going on in that company. And there's just a whole slew of different other things. You know, like the single fact that you only get 3 free PvE and PvP events a week. A week.
What? You can do that in about an hour? You could burn that for in about an hour?
It's not like it. You only get free ones that you win. So you could do your 3, lose all 3, and never accomplish anything for an entire week.
That's terrible.
It's ludicrous, man.
I just think if you make mistakes like that,
absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah, making mistakes like that, you're asking for trouble.
Well, my coverage, like when it very first came out free to play, I did a preview of it, and I did a, you know, I did a rating of it and stuff like that, and I did a 2-part. I did a 1 and 2, and I pretty much tore it a new butthole. I gave them exactly what they deserved. It was ridiculous.
The only problem is I've got the hankering to swing a lightsaber, and that's the only game I can think of at the moment I've got installed.
That is so awesome that you said that, because that's exactly what it is. That's exactly what it is. When people play SWG or they want to go back to it, it's all about, I want to be a Jedi. I have a hankering to be a Jedi. you know, and that's exactly what it is. Yeah, that's crazy. By the way,
I've got the storyline right, but that's where they failed. Is that they were good for storylines, but they'd never done an MMO before.
Well, actually, and you know, I think their greatest accolade was also their biggest Achilles heel, and that was the combat or the interaction, the dialogue, everything, all the dialogue being basically voiceover and stuff like that. I think that was their greatest asset and their biggest problem all at the same time, because they worked so hard to get this new, unique system out there that they had to take so much else from the game just to do it. And it's fine and dandy, but when it's all said and done, people want a really good working engine. They want a really good PvP system. They want everything else, and they literally had to work for months and months and months trying to get this whatever system up and running, when most of the people really didn't care about it, to be honest.
But to be fair, I think really
that's just, once again,
I think with the whole SWTOR thing, I think, to be honest, they had the money to get the talent in. It just seems like, you know, they kind of came into it unprepared. And not you know, investing the money in people who know what is expected of an MMO.
Oh yeah, they definitely had the money. They definitely, I mean, they threw out so much money in this, and you know, and they had like some of they broke records, you know, during release and stuff like that. The thing is that it was just completely short-lived because it didn't have the actual content density to support what they were trying to do. Yeah, like when we very first went into SWTOR and we were living SWG, and I went there and we were all forming a kinship, or the guild and stuff like that. And I was talking to everybody then, because I'd played a lot of different MMOs and stuff. I voiced my concerns about SWTOR then, and I played it all the way up, had multiple level 50s, I put a good effort into it, but I voiced my concerns about it, and every single one of my concerns and my fears came true that game. That's really about it.
Alright guys, so have you tried the dungeon in Rift, like when it becomes free to play?
Yes, I have. I haven't done the queue up system, but like I said, every single thing I've played in Rift is the exact same. If I did the queue up system, it would be the exact same. The PvP system is the exact same. The ward systems, everything. I mean, I have to admit it, man, I'm really impressed, and I'm a little jealous because, I love LOTRO, but to be honest, you got to pay for a lot of stuff in LOTRO to do a lot of stuff, and it may not be all that much, but it is a little bit of annoying times of time. I'm just gonna have to say that, it may not be the most positive thing out there. People may not like to hear that, but that's...
Well, that's how you feel, you're sure allowed to say what you feel.
It's just the way that's just the way I feel,
I mean, I would agree.
I had a lot of problems with the Rift instances because I keep encountering with WoW players who still have like WoW minded when they're playing the dungeon, because even though the role is like DPS and I'm a tank, they start shooting random mobs and they're gonna pull aggro, and if I don't pick up the aggro, they're gonna yell at me and say, do you know how to tank and stuff like that. So that's freaking annoying because, like I said, most WoW players like switch to Rift for, you know, I don't know how long they will stay.
Well, that's a good thing about Rift, and it's one of the few MMOs that have actually come out here recently where it actually still respects the old ways of raiding and group work and stuff like that, where you'll have a tank, a dedicated tank that can actually take aggro. Hint, hint, Lord of the Rings. And, or true support classes or a true healer class and stuff like that. And the thing is...
Hang on, you're calling Alan a healer? I've seen what he does.
What? Oh, where have you? Have you seen Alan's healing skills? Actually, Alan's gotten much better. He's doing good, dude. But at first, it was.
Hey, dude, I watch your YouTube channel quite often. I've seen Alan's skill.
But yeah, you know, the thing is, when it comes to like raiding and group plays and dungeons or whatever the heck you want to call it, you know, dude, you're going to be playing with people that have done that area like at least 50 times, if that much, and they're just going to be anal. They're going to have that WoW analness about it. That's just the way it goes.
Yeah.
And if you were to do it 100 times or something like that. See, the thing is that whenever I'm playing a new dungeon for the very first time, I'll be damned if I'll be a tank. I am not going to tank something that I do not know. You know what I'm saying? And so when you queue up as a tank, you're going to get a quick queue, but you're putting yourself out there to look like a freaking noob.
Yeah, because that's...
You gotta know that area.
Yeah, that's where you're going to look past the game for being to blame to that.
And that was the same way in WoW too. The same way in WoW.
It used to be like that in LOTRO until recently.
Yeah.
Like, fellowship maneuvers were important.
With WoW player, role doesn't matter. That's the problem with WoW, because role doesn't matter, because even though you're a DPS, they're gonna charge in the mob and try to tank it. Like, they don't allow the tank to do their job, and then if you're not getting aggro because of their foolishness, they are gonna yell at you, kick you out in group. Like, it happens to me a lot earlier in this morning. I was like so pissed off because I'm doing my job real well, and all of a sudden this WoW guy shows up and start pulling a lot of mob, and like, how can I tank like perfectly if he keeps pulling ads and he's not even a tank?
Well, he's just trying to, he's just trying to, I guess he's trying to be a douchebag, man. But I'll tell you honestly, in WoW, you know, if you tried to do the same thing in WoW, they would do the same thing. You know, they would be all over you. Hey, what the heck are you doing? You know, you're trying to get the healer killed, or you're trying to make us wipe, or whatever else you're gonna say. So, yeah.
Yeah, I agree. They're just elitists.
Instead of them kicking the guy who keeps doing that, I got kicked out because I complained.
That's why it's just...
No, man, they might have all been buddies. They may have all been buddies. They might have queued up the same, you know. They may have been running it a different way. There could be 1,000,001 explanations for that.
It's just looking past it.
I don't know, but you know, the thing is that I do know that Rift operates off the old school WoW system just like anything else. They actually respect the boundaries of that. Now, you may be in a group with 4 people, and, you know, they may say, oh my god, well, we've got like all these DPSs, we know this so well, we know exactly how to do it. And at that point, I would just say, okay, I'm a tank, but, you know, screw it. You know, if they're doing it, then whatever. And I'm just gonna play it however, you know. But I don't know, man. In that particular instance, I would have to have been there to see exactly what was going on. But it doesn't sound like it was fun. So.
It was not fun, but I'm hoping that I could recruit more people in the Kazcovall guild in Rift.
Well, in that case, you're going to have to get more people involved in that, and then unfortunately, I'm going to have to fight them in PvP and kill my own people. That's sad.
We're going to turn you into a bad man.
Because you are going to die if I come across you guys.
Nah.
Sorry.
You're going to die, and we're going to force you to become a, you know, good guy and play a dwarf.
Defiance all the way, dude.
This already, and I missed it. But what's the difference? Are they different factions? The Guardians.
Yeah,
and
basically. Yeah.
Okay.
Basically, they're different factions. Just the same thing. Like in WoW, you had like someone.
Alliance and Horde. Yeah.
What were the different? Yeah, the Alliance and Horde. So it's kind of like the same thing. You've got the Guardians, you've got the Defiance.
Oh, okay.
The Guardians are usually more like humanoid, dwarvish, you know, elvish and stuff like that. And then like on the Defiance, you've got like these kind of ogre, dark elves type, whatever else, demon type people. And it's just basically, that's just the way they do it. I don't really know the storyline, to be honest with you. But, because everyone knows me, I don't pay attention to that stuff.
Yeah. So you chose the Defiance because that's what you played before? Or because that's what your friends played?
Yes.
Or?
That's a good question. I chose the Defiance, well, back in the day, whenever I used to play SWG, I would always choose the bad side. Because whenever I play MMOs, I always like to kind of, you know, pick the opposite of usually what I... Yeah, you know, you always, you know, not that I picked female tunes or anything like that, but, you know, I'd pick a bad guy, you know, because when I was in SWG, I was on the Imperial side. I wasn't a rebel. I was Imperial. So when I went there, I kind of did the same thing. I kind of liked the look of the dark guys, and so I just kind of went that. It wasn't until Lord of the Rings, because when you're playing Lord of the Rings, if you're going to play PvE content, you can't choose the dark side. You have to choose the Freeps, right?
Yeah.
So, and that was when I started getting into a whole other realm that you guys know now, where I play dwarf a lot because I like dwarfs now. I actually play, you know, more mystical power guys because back in the day, I always played a cleric. I was always a healer, and then I was always a sword board. Anything that I played, I always played a sword board, whatever it was. And now I'm a sorcerer. That's what I do. But that's the beautiful thing about Rift. You have, like, with that Rift and all the templates, you have the ability to take that cleric and make him a tank, a DPS, a mage, a sorcerer, or just a badass healer. I mean, you have this array of weapons, and you can have literally 8 different sub-templates and be able to flip on the fly, even in PvP. It's crazy. You know, you go in as a healer and say, well, hell, we already got enough healers, and I want to switch to DPS now. And you can do that.
Spanker. Cool. Yeah, like Cadamus just said in my stream, the Rift factions, it kind of feels like religion, which is the Guardians, versus your Defiance with the Science. That's basically the story gist of it, yeah.
Yeah, it's this kind of weird mix between, like...
they're all after the same goal, to get rid of Regulos.
Science. Right. Yep, that's true.
It's just they've both got different attitudes and ways of dealing with it, or trying to deal with the might of the demon.
Right. Regulos is Scythe or Deathwing.
Yeah, the awesome thing about Rift is that whenever I first played, I was really wowed by it, and still even to this day, a lot of people have not picked up on this, is that you're in a world event. And as soon as you approach, you get that join group, you know, button that comes up, and it'll just automatically group everybody. And you don't have to worry about trying to find groups. Oh yeah, I mean, when they very first did that, it was like groundbreaking. Oh, it's so fantastic. I mean, finding a group and doing stuff, PvPing, all that stuff, you don't have to worry about, oh my god, I'm never going to find a group, I'm going to queue up. Or I think right now, like, level 60s have, like, an issue doing that. But, like, for lobby stuff, man...
It's perfect. Yeah, I know what you mean. It's just so much fun.
It's just open to you, dude. And,
well, that's the problem I had with EverQuest. I could never find a group.
Yes, that is a big problem with EverQuest. And then later on with WoW, WoW was like one of the very first ones that adopted the self-grouping system, or the auto queue system and stuff like that for raiding and stuff like that. They were the ones that really perfected that, and that was for your more casual players.
Well, and that's really why I mean I like the I like the storyline too, but that's why I fell in love with Lord of the Rings, because you don't have to have a group to play most of.
Yeah, absolutely. We're going to do this time, guys. we're going to do...
That seemed very easy, that did, to be honest. It's like...
Yes, I was afraid it was. Okay, we're going to do something crazy this time, just to make it more fun.
Forsaken Inn. Do it.
We don't have Forsaken Inn.
Not everybody has that.
Yeah, that's a pay to do, bud.
Oh,
I just
man.
want to start the quest on that.
We're gonna do... Let's do Storm. You guys want to do Storm? But we're gonna do...
Really?
We're gonna do 12
What
man.
about the one in
man.
Daldinan?
Tier 2, 28. What's that?
The one, is it Attack at Dawn? We haven't done that one. I don't remember. I haven't done it.
Everybody has that.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, Chris doesn't have that, and neither does Crichton. I guess that's how you
Oh,
want
come on, Chris.
Crichton or Crichton?
Yeah, he's not high enough level to have that yet.
No, I know.
Storm
I only
says
bought
it's
the
bad.
Storm.
Well, we're launching
I
this
only
bad
bought
boy.
the Storm
Yeah,
of Mithridas.
it's gonna be tier 2, so you guys better be ready. Tier 2, 12 man,
Tier
level
2,
28.
12 man, nice.
Apparently, happy to break the law
Here
in
we go
LOTRO.
again, my favorite place.
Only because you chose to do it.
Yeah, we're trying to keep it. Now, Kurt, I hope you're getting like pretty good XP from this, brother.
It was our duty, Amnon's and mine, to keep
All
her
right,
at bay.
I'm ready.
I
All right,
am not.
what's a?
Oh, there we
Oh,
go.
you're not
Okay,
ready?
I am.
Oh shoot!
I
let
am
me
now.
call-
My soldier wasn't coming up, so I was like, where is this?
Hobbits love to leave the Shire
I think I
though.
ran this dungeon like 100 times
This game.
now.
Oh,
What's that? What's that doing?
Oh, I'm just talking to my viewers, sorry.
Oh no, okay.
They're just trolling the LOTRO law, how Hobbits can't actually swim, but they can in LOTRO and so forth.
You think you better swim those big old dang feet of theirs.
Nice and hairy.
So, yeah, I know, right? Being tangled like small fish, like jellyfish or something.
So, Kaz, what map in Rift are you at right now, so I could find you?
That's a... I don't remember the name of it, to be honest. It's the level 30 to 35 area is where I'm at right now.
Alright, I'm
Just
gonna
a
come
level.
there.
Oh, okay.
he's
Yeah,
hunting
'cause,
for you.
What level are you right now, Chris?
Around 20-ish.
Nice, dude.
And I'm a dwarf.
Oh, I know you are. I know you are. Did you find enough members to make the Kazcovallians final?
Yeah, I think I got like 12 or something.
You did? Are you serious?
Yeah.
No, surely not all of them were due to me. You networked really well, right?
Yeah, I just, when I see a random people who doesn't have a guild yet, I just invite them.
The kind of people I hate and despise. Do you want to join my guild?
has
It might be a
anybody,
good one, it might not be. But here you go, here's a blind invite.
Yeah. Well, some people like that, man. That's the crazy thing. Some people like that. But us oldies...
You gonna do the Kaz poll?
Yeah, sure.
It's so funny. Has anybody, like, asked about the name?
No.
Who's
They
doing
like
the poll?
the guild perks though, like
Oh,
the
yeah.
banners and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Good luck with this pull.
Oh lord, we're dead.
I don't even know which one I'm
remember,
targeting.
Bring them down here to Sheridan. Remember, bring them down here to Sheridan so we don't all get killed. So this bad boy heals us. Yeah, there you go, Crichton. You got it.
I'm doing the green.
That is so weird too. I don't even tell you how surreal that is. That you've got a kinship called Kazcovallians. There's 12 members in it right now, and I'm not even. I'm on the opposite side. That is like weird.
With farmers.
Well, I'm
so
trying
weird.
to recruit you back to the good side.
Yeah, I might have to make a tune just to put them on that in that kinship or that guild. See, Lord of the Rings is completely polluted my mind. I call it now everything kinship.
I'm going to go to the kinship. I mean work. You'll start calling breakfast and dinner and sleep kinships. Let's go to the kin hall for a good rest.
Also, Delane, you should switch server with us in Necropolis.
Are you ready for server now?
Yeah, I think you should.
I don't know. I like the idea of the PvP being on a random PvP. So I've never done it before, so it's kind of. I've done it in the past, but never stuck with it.
Now, have you actually had any random PvP happen with you yet?
The last time I played Rift, I was on a PvP server. I got to level 20, and I've been ganked a few times, but I never really. I couldn't continue with the first time. I just couldn't afford to.
I think it was the second night I was playing. The second night I was playing, I was in Barbecue Guild, and I was just in this fresh little level 20 area, and this level 55 was coming through there ganking everybody. And he was wrecking.
I love to do that in Rift.
Everybody. Yeah, it was. I didn't get mad. I mean, that's what it is. That's why you choose to do a PvP server. You don't play on the PvP server, then get ganked like that, and then start crying about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. But it's
what.
So many people do that. And you're just like, give us a break. Like you say,
I know.
Go and do. You know, you don't want the randomness. It's like people say like, oh, they should do something to stop people doing that, and you think, hold on a minute, it's totally legal.
No.
You know,
it is totally legal. Yeah, it's cool.
You know, if people in EVE Online did that all the time.
I just called my boys. They showed up. It was like 2 of them, and like this guy had such noob gear at level 55. He was literally getting like one-shotted by the guild leader McChaz. It was awesome.
Can you transfer guilds? I mean, can you transfer characters onto different servers? Or do you need to make a new one?
What level are you?
I'm not that high.
Alan. Well, if you're not that high,
I went down so fast I couldn't.
Just do greens.
I know, man. You went down like a $2 war.
Did you get that red?
I know. Oh, sorry. No, I didn't even wait for it. I forgot about that.
Fall back to Sarah guy.
I'll wait for it next time. I forgot you could do that.
Yeah, so if you're like under level 20...
I get credit for it.
Yeah, if you're like under level 20, I would just start up on the other server, dude.
Saraden's dead.
You're kidding me.
Oh, epic fail.
Well, we did pick a 12-man tier 2.
Sorry, guys. It's my fault. I pulled too much.
No, it's not your fault, dude. I don't know why we weren't keeping the aggro off of him, but usually he does pretty good. Son of a... Well, that's it. Y'all have to be punished now. Now we'll do tier 3.
Oh, great.
Tier 3, here it comes.
Seriously?
Seriously.
Oh my god.
You know why?
Don't forget to repair.
Crazy like that. I'm not preparing.
Oh yeah.
I'm not preparing or repairing.
Suicidal
maniac.
maniac.
I'm gonna eat food. I am suicidal.
You know what you should do as well? You should lag your internet connection on purpose. Don't just upload a video to YouTube. I'll get throttled and I'll be fine then.
Are you guys ready?
Yeah, how's that working out? Because I've been still, you know, like, alright, yeah, that's a question I have for you, Dwayne. Alright, so let's say that, like, right now I'm 100%, you know, 100% content goes up to YouTube, right, with Machinima. So if I chose to do, let's say, a stream.
Yep.
They wouldn't penalize me, would they? They would I just wouldn't get nothing for that stream, right?
No. When you signed up, do you remember what was in the agreement about live streaming?
I remember that I chose that you know, the what's it called, to have 100% up on YouTube.
Technically, I think you can't stream on anything else unless you do non-exclusive. That's what I changed to non-exclusive, so I could unlock more, you know, the chance to do Twitch and stuff. So you can only stream it on YouTube.
Tanking?
But if I was to stream on Twitch, I just wouldn't get anything for it. Or would they penalize me? Or would they say, "Oh, we found out you did Twitch, and you know, then you're in trouble or something"?
That's what I'm not sure on, and that's why I actually had my contract amended to be non-exclusive, so that at least I haven't got to worry about that. Because
okay,
I don't know. It depends if you're gonna just stream on YouTube is okay, but I really think having the ability to do Twitch without worrying about it is more worthwhile.
Well, from what I've seen, the streaming on YouTube is like a three-legged dog or something,
Yeah, it's not set up like Twitch. If you want to stream, you go, oh, hold on, just open up and broadcast or stream. You've got to go and set the time for thumbnail if you want, and all that stuff. There's just so much more to it. It's not really. Yeah, I don't think it's really.
It seemed annoying.
It's not designed.
You're gonna pull it, Chris. You hold the aggro.
For one audience.
That way I don't have to heal everybody.
Yeah, Chris. Jeez.
It's just pointed, at the, people who might want to do just like shows and whatever, not just like, oh, you want to play a game? Here you go, play it live.
Right. Okay, if we start getting into trouble, okay, we need to run back to Sheridan. Chris, you dying?
No, he already ran back.
Oh, okay.
Wrong skill.
Yeah, sometime I'm gonna have to make.
Oh no, don't die.
No. Who is that?
Where are you?
That's Storm. That's Storm.
Yeah, I know. Where is he? He's out of my range.
I'm behind everybody.
Alan, if you're gonna be the healer, you have to know where people are now. Come on, man.
All right.
Heroes don't heal.
We got... Alan, let Storm die.
I'll let Chris die too.
Oh, we don't mind. Chris can die. It's his turn to die. I did it last time.
That was a good idea.
Oh Lord.
Well, how about we let Chris die?
Run back.
Don't let me die, please.
Don't let Sheridan die.
Sheridan,
get these guys off me.
Son of... Dude, they are angry.
I am. I'm running back.
That. They've got some
has fallen.
testosterone problem.
Sheridan has died again.
Did die.
Yeah, he died about 2 minutes.
Guys have failed the storm.
There's the guy who gave us a tier 3 raid.
So no more pulling that much, huh?
Let's do a tier 3. 6-man.
Okay, we'll do a tier 3 with 6-man then. Since you guys can't handle it.
Alright, next topic. Is MMO gaming dying?
No.
Definitely not. There's too many games coming out. There's so many different games coming out for the audience. So, there's always going to be plenty of choice. So people are like, a few years ago you wouldn't have as many MMOs, but how many do we see come out now? Like, Rift's gone free to play, Neverwinter. The Secret Well went free to play last year. LOTRO. There's so much out there that people can go to.
It's definitely getting watered down.
I would say that in the last few years the new template has been free to play, and I think the next thing will be like, for example, like you've got WildStar that's coming out, and WildStar is actually going to be kind of trying to get back a little bit to the old style where you actually had open world housing and stuff like that, and open world crafting, from what I've seen. And I think that a lot of MMOs are going to kind of get back to that, because a lot of people are complaining about these cookie cutter MMOs that are kind of coming out, and that, yeah, they're great, they look fantastic, but the substance to them, there just really isn't that much there. So I think this was kind of, some might be buy to play, might be free to play, I don't know. We're going to find out. But that's kind of, is it dying? I don't think so.
No.
They're here to stay. It'd be like saying, is RPG dying, or first player shooter games, or RTSs and stuff like that. You know, no, there's always going to be people out there that love those games, and they're going to... I think will it be like a change? I think will it be like a change where like 100 will be coming out like a month? Yes. I look forward to that when there's like maybe like 5. Like to come out like a quarter. That'd be nice, but I don't know. We'll see. Speaking of RTSs though, have you guys seen that they're coming out with that Generals 2? Basically, well, it's called Command and Conquer. What is it, Annihilation or something?
I don't really follow the RTS